Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. So in this video I'm talking about how to take an ordinary bottle of water and turn it into a dummy fuel tank if you want to test an engine, something like that. So you need a head of fuel above the engine with a line going into your engine, of course. So you need to have this suspended. So turn an ordinary bottle of water into something like that. Anyway, let's get on to it. Right, so first of all, take the bottle of water, if it's full, and just empty it out. Okay, now with the empty bottle of water, what you need to do, on the lid end, of course, you need to attach a pipe, because that's where your fuel line is going to come from, right? So attach a pipe somehow. Now, if you go over the lip, something like that, you get a bigger garden hose pipe and then use various adapters, let's say, to bring it down to the fuel line size, and then that might work. Put a Jubilee clamp on there and away you go. Another way is to get some thin tubing like this, and you'll actually see in the eye of the outlet there's like a little barrier, a swirling barrier. So what you need to do is poke that out and stick the tube in it. And if it's the right size fit, it'll actually make quite a seal. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so basically I'm just going to use a drill just for ease. I like using tools anyway. So just get that in there. And drill out the swirling bit there. Okay, so the next thing then is just to stick the tubing in the hole. There we go, hope you got a good fit. Now, obviously the fuel can still leak from that barrier there. So then all you need to do then really is just put a little bit of sealant around it. Now I know this might not be fuel proof or whatever, but actually you're only using this as a very temporary measure anyway. So it doesn't really matter that much. You're really just, making a quick dummy fuel tank, and that's it. Right, just smooth that over a little bit. Then you just let that set off and away you go. Right, so that's that. Put that to one side, let that set off. Okay, the next thing you need to, let's say if you just fill this up with fuel or whatever it was, and you put that line out. The problem is if there isn't any air getting into the container as well, then it's not going to have a smooth flow. So you need some kind of valve at the top. So most people, or if you haven't, you just quickly go and get one of these. It's a little football pump valve, something like that. You stick into footballs and you pump it up, whatever. It's basically just a needle tube, right? So what you need to do, just stick it into the top there with a bit more of that gunk to seal the hole. So drill a very tiny hole in the top, right in the top, and then we'll do that. Okay, so you've got a small drill now, and the drill is the same size as of the valve. At stem, it's probably just a little bit smaller, and that's what you want. You want a little tight fit there. So pop that right there. Just drill it. See there's a little hole there as well. Right, stick that in there. And you can see it's going in, but it is a little bit of a tight fit. So all you need to do is put some gunk on it, like so. Then pop that into the hole, like so, and let that just set off. Right, now you also get a normal valve from any a tyre valve, and then you just tie that on top there like that, and that will stop it from coming away or whatever when you need to fill it. So it's literally just to hold it. So then when you fill it, just fill it up like that, fill it up with fuel, whatever, hold the bottom like that, put the top back on like so, yeah, and then tip upside down, and then you've got your fuel can. Your dummy fuel can. Now you might need to pinch this here, something like that, your fuel line, to stop it flowing, something like that, but that's essentially it. Okay, so you hang this up somehow. Now what I would do is just get a bit of wiring, wrap it round, put a loop and hang it on a hook above. But that's it. That's your dummy fuel tank. And what you do, you just take the top off, the lid off the valve at the top, and then that fuel will flow freely into your engine or whatever it is, into your carburetors or into your injectors or whatever it is. Right, well, I hope you found this useful. So, you know, obviously I'm doing this in real time, so I would have waited for this to actually set off, but that's how you do it. You basically just get a bit of tubing, stick it in the end there, drill it out a little bit so it fits, put a bit of silicone or whatever it is, let it set off. Same with the little valve on the top, and then you can pinch the tubing to create a kind of one-way valve, if you like, and that's it. And that will be your dummy fuel tank. Right, I hope this helps. Say, very cheap, very easy way of doing it, and say it's only a temporary thing. Obviously, if you wanted to go and spend 20 or 30 pounds on the proper dummy fuel tanks, that's absolutely fine. But I'm saying, if you haven't got that to hand and you really need to test something, then this is how you do it. Quite simple. Right, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Please subscribe, check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and well, see you on the next video. I might be using this when I'm testing my diesel engine over there. Catch you then. Ta-da.
RevelatorAlf.